Okay, let's go over some things that you can do with the Ebow. So first things first, I'm going to use the example. So most of my examples is going to be using this switch here, which is just the normal harmonic. Sorry, the normal mode. This is harmonic mode, which has a higher pitch what hits the harmonic. So when you switch the switch on, a blue light will appear. So the reason for the blue light is it helps you indicate where. So for example, if just say the sweet spot, as they say, is along the edge of the neck, so you can use that light to guide you on where to hit the, not hit the string, but where to put the Ebow in the string position. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over some examples that Ebow suggested. So let me just turn this off for a second. So the way I have my setting set on the amp is I'm using the crunch mode. Can you see that? I'm using the crunch mode. The gain is all the way up, everything is flat, and I have a little bit of delay. Okay, that's the best way to get the sounds. If you use distortion, it can be too much, so you might have to roll that off or back it off. No need for a pick, we just need the Ebow. Let me just test if I've got sound. So I'm using the neck pickup, and tone is all the way up, volume is all the way up, and I'm using the harmonic mode. So they suggest bouncing to get a staccato effect. Okay, so So that's one way to use it. Bouncing and sliding. So what you can do is when you get the note, you can slide into the note. And you can also, so that sliding sounds a little bit like a volume swell. So yeah, it's not as I'm not sure if you can actually get that. Just make sure that the amp is picking this. So I'm just going to swell it in. Okay, so bouncing and sliding. The next we'll look at is sweep picking. So this is one that I find really hard to do because you have to find the sweet spot in this and move the Ebow up and down properly, so it's getting the strings. So I'll show you the way that they suggested on the tutorial, the Ebow tutorial, is to, you know, kind of tap out the sweep. So I'm going to do an A major, like so, and basically you're going to go across the strings one by one, but just enough so it sounds like the notes without pick attack. I'll try to explain that. So that's the way they suggested. But the easiest way to do this, I found, is just to hold the chord with your left hand and basically sweep in a sweeping motion, use the Ebow in a sweeping motion. And if you do bar chords, they work even better. Like so. I don't know what to do about the string noise, but you'll get that from just, you'll get that automatically. The next thing is to fade in and out. So this is very similar to the sliding thing that I was doing before. So So that's it, just fading in and out. So the Ebow kind of emulates slide guitars because the note will still remain so long as the Ebow is held, like so. Like so. So it can be used for sliding in that sense. Bending is the next one. So you have to find the sweet spot when you're bending. I don't know, it kind of sounds strange to me, but it's kind of fun. The thing about bending is a lot of this stuff I try to work just with one string, because if you move across multiple strings, it's difficult to get the sweet spot every time. So I find it kind of difficult. Okay, the next one is the tremolo effect. So this basically, I find it hard to do, but you have to use the outer string. So in their example, they use the low E, but I'm on a 7 string, so I'm going to use my low B. The problem with my high E is that I play with my pickups quite low, so when I actually tilt it, I hit the pick itself, and there's this knocking noise. So what you need to do is, it's basically going in and out of the string. I'll demonstrate. So with the low E, I'm just tilting it in and out. So I'm holding the, let's just say 7th fret. So this gets that kind of tremolo effect that you would on guitar effects. So I'll try it with the E string, so I'll demonstrate what I try to do. Kind of get it, but because it's hitting the pick, you get a lot of the pick noise. Okay, the next one is going to roll off the tone. So tone is down, volume up. I do everything on the neck pickup, but I'll do this on the bridge pickup as well. But it's supposed to emulate flute. So make what you will if it sounds like a flute, but if you know a flute line, I guess it makes sense. So I'm doing this on the neck, or sorry, the bridge pickup. So it's a bit weaker there, so that's the kind of effect that I think the flute kind of has because of your breathing, you know? So it has a kind of like a high hit and then a low hit. Okay, next is, this one's very difficult for me to do, so I'm going to put the volume back up. Sorry, I'm going to put the tone back up. Go back to the neck pickup, volume up, still in the normal mode, and what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to lift off and onto this string. So it's supposed to emulate like a trumpet. Yeah, so that's my attempt at that. All right, next is the energy slide. So what you need to do with this is you need to hit the guitar string. Apparently this only works with the E, A, and D strings. You need to have this part of the Ebow actually touch the string, and then you're going to slide up and down. So I don't know why, but maybe it's because I play with really low action. So I had to actually fit my string in. So I'm going to move the string to kind of demonstrate this. So it vibrates and it hits this part of the Ebow, and it gets this kind of warbling effect. So I'm on the low E string. Yeah, so it really depends, because what's happening is when I fret the note and slide, the actual string is going up and down depending, because like if I fret the 24th fret on any string, it will be the lowest point, so it won't make that scratchy sound on it. Okay, so that's my attempt at the energy slide. All right, the last one is the glide vibrato. So what you need to do is the same thing, but you need to vibrato on a single note, and you get this kind of weird kind of squeal. So here we go. Okay, so you kind of hear where it actually hits and vibrates against the Ebow. It's actually squealing. So there are some things that you can do with the Ebow. I'll just demonstrate the harmonic mode. So I'm going to switch to the harmonic mode. Basically, it's a harmonic tone of the actual note. So I'll just switch back to normal mode. Harmonic mode. So it's the tonal difference, higher pitch to lower pitch. I had trouble finding songs that the Ebow is actually used for, so I looked it up, and Interpol use it on Take You on a Cruise. David Bowie use it. Well, the guitarist, I think Mick Ronson, uses it on the live version of Heroes. I'm not sure about that, so if you can correct me, please let me know. U2 use it on Without You, or With or Without You. REM uses it on Ebow the Letter, and Steve Vai uses it on Whispering a Prayer. So I've heard of only the ones. Well, I've heard of With or Without You, but it's only at the very start of the song that he uses the Ebow. So I'll attempt to do Whispering a Prayer by Steve Vai, just to show you how. Well, the thing is, he doesn't use an Ebow. He uses a Sustainiac, which is instead of the neck pickup, he has it built in, and he just flicks a switch and he turns it on, which is not the Ebow. But I've never seen anybody use the Ebow live. So anyway, here we go. Steve Vai, Whispering a Prayer. there you have it. All right, so some things about the Ebow is that skipping strings is really difficult. I just can't get used to that. It's just something that the Ebow is designed that way. It does have the string guides to help you put, so if you're hitting the A string, the E and the D string will go into these gaps, so it should fit directly in. There's a problem with each string. There is a different sweet spot, so unless you know them off by heart with muscle memory, it's very difficult to find that sweet spot to get it sounding 100%. Pickups is really important. I had the Marzio PAFs on another guitar and it didn't work as well. So I have the full shred neck and bridge on this, which is higher output than those, and I could get more consistently, not the best, but more consistent. When playing with it also, you have to set up your amp correctly. I have to max out my crunch channel to get a good sound. If I use distortion, I get a lot of feedback and hissing, unwanted noise and stuff like that. And next is the harmonics sound. So sometimes, just say if you want to, if you're in normal mode and you want to switch to harmonic mode on the fly, it's very difficult. So anything that happens here will be magnified and picked up. So if I'm hitting, so I was doing that tremolo effect, you could actually hear me hitting the pickup. And on a live situation, you don't want that to happen. Here are some more pros and cons. So pros, it has unlimited sustain, it's easy to use, it's fun to use, and you can discover new sounds. Maybe a song can come out of using the Ebow. Some cons, it's made out of plastic, it's not that durable, it scratches really easily. It's kind of inconvenient to use because it's kind of bulky and it's not like a pick. It doesn't fit in your pocket very well, so I can't imagine it in a live scenario. And it works best on one string at a time. It's very difficult to use on multiple strings. Yeah, so there we have it. This is the Ebow. I think this is the Ebow Plus. Hopefully this helps you in deciding whether to or whether not to buy this device. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching and bye bye.